This is Greg Noyes, Pacific West Home Inspections, and I'm doing a house today. It's a low slope roof. It's a 1962, one of those mid-century homes up in Mandelville Canyon. And I'm over the master bedroom now, bath, and they've done some plumbing remodeling, and they just ran the ABS pipe up without using any flashings. You see, and then the older ones they capped off, you can see the actual flashing on it. There's water lines all through the, on top of the roof, and they're not insulated. And in some areas they're not well supported well either. So that needs to be done. And then over the kitchen area, the water heater has got a transite pipe, and we use a metal type pipe today. This other pipe, vent pipe, is a metal, and that's for your furnace. And then they have a older stove sauce hood, and it just goes nowhere. So you want to make sure your cap is always on. And then they have a newer vent here, and I think that's going to be for your stove, for your range hood. And I'm going to bring the camera around. You'll see some dark areas, and this is where the rock is moved away from wind and water from rain. So you want to have this area retard, and then you put the rock back on. The rock keeps the sunlight from burning through the roof. They installed a newer skylight here, and they usually have a higher. They put a 4-inch. They put a 4-inch raised wall there, so water doesn't get in. So, but it's a brand new skylight. So the other one probably was leaking. Then we're going to come out to over the living room area, and you'll see your fireplace chimney here. And it looks like it's almost single wall. We use a double wall bricks here today, and it's got a flat screen. We want to see a raised type of rain cap, spark arrestor, and there's no flue. It's an open, unlined flue, so the mortar's deteriorated in it as well. So there's some work that needs to be done here, and I strongly recommend you get a chimney specialist out here to take a look at it. And over the sides of the house, edges, there's no gutter system, and there's a couple of tree branches over the roof itself. I'm going to bring the camera around to front right of the house. This is where your power lines come in, and we're going to follow the power lines up to the pole, and it goes right through a tree. So you can give Department of Water and Power a call, and they can cut back the tree limbs. This is their power line. And so you have two lines coming in, and that's where they did it back in the 60s. And I'm going to bring the camera around. You have a sloped area around the house, steep slope, and with ivy, so there could be rodents up in the ivy. And also you want to get a geotech to evaluate the grade and the drainage here. So you can see the beautiful view from up here. And the next thing we'll look at is how to shut off the water. So we're in the garage area, and the main panel is right here, and you can see your springs block the access to it, so we'll have to close the door to do it. So in there you'll have a main disconnect, and I'll have a photo of that. And then you have a sub panel over here, and so there's probably plenty of breakers in the house, but you notice that nothing's labeled, or very little labeling here. So these all need to be labeled as well. And I'll have to check what kind of breakers. I think this looks like a Zinsko, so that's not that's a panel that's come back with some problems, but I'll have more information on that. On the side of the house, on the right side, is your water. And you turn the water off here at this valve here. And you have to be very careful not to over tighten it, because you may break it. And if you do a lot of plumbing here, you may want the plumber to replace it with a ball valve. So I want to thank Micah and Noah for finding the gas meter. It's here on the driveway. It does have the seismic gas shutoff valve, and on the very side here is a valve. When the tank's up and down, it's on, and when you turn it sideways 90 degrees, it's off. And I am Greg Noyes of Pacific West Home Inspections, and I can be reached at 818-271-0417.